All right. Boom. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of... Dang, did I? No, okay. Another episode of the Heist Garage's Shop Talk. It's the second one of the year. We've been... we had a little technical difficulties.
Still do.
In that we basically can't upload. Well, we will be able to. It's just we lost one of our...
Really important one.
USB to Type-C. And so our New Year episode will go up along with this one later on today. So you'll have 2 episodes in 1 week, which is cool. And then we'll probably have a third one coming out later on in the week because that was, the podcast resolution was to...
We're supposed to have one a week.
We're supposed to have one a week. But yeah, we've been having all this, but...
Shit happens. We lose stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But again, we're car guys. So, mechanics,
shit breaking down.
we solve problems. We don't make them. But yeah, as you can see, we on Instagram Live on our video, we are not in the studio, quote unquote.
We got a little change of scenery today.
A little change of scenery. We're actually at my brother's house, so
we have a little business meeting after this, so we got to do it here.
Yeah, that too.
Let's start off with that, man.
Yeah, let's start off with that. We got a bunch of hold on. We're trying to fix the mics here and stuff. Yeah, just been all right.
Yeah, we told you guys we wanted to do one new shirt a month, and
yeah, and we're starting on that.
Yeah, we're working well toward it. It's
we have our boy Alfaro, the homie Big Frost. He's always commenting and he's always in the live Instagrams, and he is very artistic. And I said that with an R and not a U, so not to offend anybody, but yeah, he actually was. I mean, I don't want to throw his business out there, but
he was going to school.
He was going to school for that.
I want to say graphic design.
Yeah, it's most likely graphic design, and he's really good. We have this idea. This is gonna be a January drop, so towards the end of the month, but it is gonna be a Valentine's Day T-shirt.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a single print. It's gonna be one T-shirt. We're gonna do a limited run because we just can't keep the stock. We're not a big old corporation, and we don't have a big warehouse.
Stock from the first ever shirt.
And as a 27-year-old man with a small business who still lives with his mom, I don't want my mom to get mad at me. So
she's already been getting mad.
Yeah. So, and my sister as well. So we're keeping a light inventory. Which brings me to our first sponsor of the episode. If you head over to theheistgarage.com, you go through the drop down menu, you're gonna see there is $10 t-shirts. $10 t-shirts, $25 mystery boxes that gets you 3 t-shirts. So if you're doing the math right, $10 t-shirts, if you pick and choose what t-shirts you want, you pick 3 t-shirts, it's gonna be $30. But if you go to a mystery box and you choose that, it's gonna be $25. You're gonna get 3 t-shirts, and you'll get exclusive t-shirts. T-shirts, we have a bunch of designs that we never even dropped and different style of t-shirts, and we just threw them out there. And if you get a mystery box, again, for $25 at theheistgarage.com, you get 3 of them, and you'll have there's a big chance you're gonna have a one of one. But our boys are coming over. We're gonna finalize the design. We'll probably drop a little sneak preview.
Hopefully by tonight.
It's really good. We're actually, the whole thought process of it, going through it amongst 4 dudes, it's pretty funny. You bringing an idea, and again, I mean, it's my business, like it's under my name, but it's our business. And I always come with like the start of an idea, like, okay, let's do Valentine's Day because we got to get it going. And I was like, I want it obviously to be relatable to car enthusiasts. And last year we had one too. And this time I was like, no, we're going to do something pretty cool. So we're going to bring in an actual artist who knows what they're doing, which is Alfaro.
And cool, sorry to butt in, but
go ahead.
I'm excited because usually it's just you.
Yeah.
Thinking about, hey, I have the design idea.
Yeah, what do we do?
And then you guys went back and forth. But this time, and it's funny because with Alfaro too, we had been fucking around with them.
Yeah.
Throughout, literally since we started the brand, hey, Alfaro, draw something for us, get a design for us, do this. And he's always like, yeah, I'm down. And we never pursued it.
Yeah.
And this time, Alex, my brother, was like, I want to do this, but I have the idea, but I don't
Yeah,
don't know
I
what to
can't
bring
draw
to
it. I
life.
can't do that.
And were we playing? I think we were playing Xbox.
Yeah, we most likely were playing
And
Call
then
of Duty.
Alex was like, "Oh, I'll do this," and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do
He's
it."
like, okay,
And we're like, "Ah," and then
For
we're
real?
like, "Oh shit, for real?" Like, you're down?
He's like, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you no. And I was
So-
like, "All right,
Yeah,
cool,
and
sounds cool."
it's funny because we've been going back and forth with him because we have this idea, and my brother, kind of started thinking ahead as well because we do want to do one every month, and so we have to prepare. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna make this character, and we're gonna do a story with him. This is gonna be so exclusive sneak preview. This is gonna be like our official mascot. So we haven't told Alfaro or Bear, but this is gonna be pretty much our official mascot.
So Alfaro's pretty much drawing.
Yeah,
He's drawing our new brand.
He's-
Not the new brand,
but
our new.
our like the image of it,
Yeah,
of
the
what
image of the
when you
brand.
see this character, it's us. And yeah, so we want to kind of do kind of like a story with every t-shirt that we're going through, what our character is. And
Yeah.
it's just funny and exciting because I appreciate Alfaro and I appreciate everybody, but Alfaro's been taking this so serious.
I was gonna bring that up, like the way he's been stressing out,
dude.
about it,
Yeah, and
it makes us appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
because we know he's taking it serious. It's
Yeah,
not, he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, let me do something that.
yeah, like, oh, you guys are the homies. Like, no,
Like,
and there's
we
nothing.
can-
There's,
maybe we'll post a little video of all the messages going back and forth.
Yeah.
These dudes every day.
we can throw a sound clip or
He's
something of us
every
talking.
day in our group chat. Hey, what about this?
Yeah, what do you
Oh,
guys
we
think
like
of
this.
this?
All right, hold on. 2 hours later, oh, I fixed it. What about this?
Yeah, what do you think
Oh,
of
it's
this?
cool, but I don't like this. All right, hold on. 2 hours
Yeah.
later, what about this? And the other day he sent videos and he has a sketchbook, and we told him we want this and this, and he just had 100 different of this, 100 different of that, 100 different this. And he's
Yeah.
like, you know what? And we're like, you know what? That's fine. When you come,
Yeah, we'll fix it.
just
So-
choose it. Just
So
choose what you want.
what we usually do is we have our iPad and then we have the program Procreate, Apple Pencil. We draw it out, stencil, this, that, the other, and then we upload it into Transfer Express where we get our designs, and then they ship it out and we press it onto the t-shirts. And Alfaro was like, what do you guys use? We use the iPad. And he's like, all right, because I'm going to draw this and I'm going to draw that. And then I was like, yeah, we'll do that. And we could literally take a picture, put it on the iPad, trace it, and you're good to go. And he's like, all right. And yeah, if you look at all his sketchbooks right now, you could probably, I don't know if you've ever looked at like a drawing book, like how to draw, and it gives you like, oh, step 1, 2. You
That's
could
how
probably
his
do
book
that
looks.
with all of
That's
Alfaro's.
how his book looks.
drawing
It's so
right now.
funny, dude. It's so
And-
funny.
It is funny because it's a friend, but like we said, we appreciate and like that he's taking it
Yeah.
super serious.
Highly appreciate it.
Because I think not that we're not taking it serious, but we're like, back, you're good. Like,
Yeah, and it's funny,
you're
was it
fine.
The other day, I think he FaceTimed us, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I have this and I have this."
Yeah,
Alex is like, "Hey, dude, like, relax." Bro.
yeah, it's good.
We're good.
It's good. We're working on
Not
it.
that you're putting too much thought into it.
No.
but you're good.
Yeah, we don't want to stress him out either.
Sorry, it's a fucking bad thing about going live. I sound super echoey to myself. Do I come out?
Do you?
echoey to
No, you sound fine.
Maybe it's just because I'm hearing. I don't know.
You're
Alright.
probably hearing
Hearing
yourself
myself.
through the
Yeah, yeah,
headphones
yeah.
and
Right,
like
right.
your own voice. No, but it
Yeah.
sounds fine. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to stress him out. We don't have.
We don't want to stress him out. But
We don't
want
have
him to
thousands
stress
of
out.
dollars, and it's yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see like, and that too. I know we're appreciative of all our customers, and it just when you're doing something custom, it's kind of annoying because people have their own idea of what it is,
And they kind of want
and
it how they want it.
they want it how they want it, but it's so hard for them to express it to us,
Yeah.
and it's always like, can you add this? Oh, could you make like and then you send them mock-ups and they think like that's how it's gonna look on the
Yeah.
completely on the t-shirt. Like I've done it where I send a mock-up and they're like, oh, but it looks too big on the t-shirt, and it's like, well, the t-shirt's it's a picture, like it's a mock. We're gonna make it to the specs, but even that, it's like you can tell them, oh yeah, it's gonna be a 4x5, 4x5 inch
That-
image, and they're gonna be like,
what?
well, how big is that? I don't know. You want me to turn it into centimeters? But anyways, when we're doing this with Alfaro, I had it in the back of my head the whole time. Like, I don't, the fans on that, I don't like that one, or that's that.
And this dude drew what 5 of them out.
Yeah,
He's like,
and-
okay,
and
fuck, we choose one.
and he got it. Yeah, and he got it. I think it's gonna look really cool the way I see it in my head. I believe Alfaro's gonna be able to bring it out, and I think that's what it is with a lot of people. The way they picture it in their head, it doesn't come out the way I'm picturing it in my head. So they kind of get upset, like, oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
know,
somewhere else. But I think with
when
Alfaro
we,
on this one, it's gonna
I
come
think
out
that
good.
the way it works is that we have ideas back and forth, and we know
Yeah.
how we want it.
Yeah.
But then seeing, because when we told Alfaro, we didn't give him, hey, this is what I want, copy it and add stuff.
No.
We just told him, hey, I want
like this style,
this car part. I want him to have this. And
Yeah.
da, da, da. He's like, okay, cool. And he brought it to life, and I was like, oh shit, I wasn't picturing that.
Yeah.
That's not what I pictured in my head.
But you know what? It looks good.
But that looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks better than what I thought in my head. And I think that's the best part because we're getting like a, how to say, like an out of the box, like an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Coming into our ideas.
Exactly.
So it's gonna come out. So far, from what he's been telling us, it looks. It's fucking extremely good.
Yeah, it's good.
Real good. It's real good. It's coming out real nice.
Yeah, that did help out. Like, you know, we got an outside person. Like, it's a fresh, like you said, it's a fresh outlook. Like, we have a style, we have ideas, and they're not. I don't want to say completely the same, but they are pretty similar, and it's because, you know, we interact with each other honestly on a daily basis, whether it's through text or call or whatever. And, you know, we interact with Alfaro too, but we're not necessarily talking about the same things.
Yeah.
We're yelling at each other in Call of Duty, and this time he's like, oh, okay, he's just drawing this stuff, and I'm just excited because I think it's gonna, the fact that we're all working together, that's cool too.
We even have people coming today that have no background in anything, but we want their input.
Yeah,
we kind of made this a board meeting.
Yeah,
all the food we're gonna eat is gonna be
on the tab. So it's on us. But oh man, it's that honestly, it makes me excited because I'm like, okay, you know, if we could get Alfaro and to keep coming and do that, and then we can get him on a commission and then, you know, grow it bigger. It's gonna be dope. I really like it the way I'm picturing in my head or how it's gonna be, and then so stay tuned for that. We'll probably most likely drop a sneak preview of the character.
If we get everything finalized.
Yeah, and I want to get I kind of want to get everybody else's input for a name or something because we don't have a name for this mascot. So maybe we could put an Instagram poll, or, you know, you guys can kind of DM us and all that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's definitely Car Guy inspired. It's a Valentine's Day t-shirt, so we're trying to drop it at the end of this month. So, you know, if you're trying to buy it for somebody, it'll get there, you know, before Valentine's Day or on Valentine's Day, and even then, you could wear it after Valentine's Day. I mean, it's a shirt. It's not heavy on like Valentine's. The colors.
Well, but it's my next point too. Like when you brought this idea to us, to me at least, you're like, not that we messed up last year, but last year you said what you focused way too much on it being there. You go. That was just my settings. Sorry guys.
There you go.
The downfalls of going live. This guy didn't have my headphone. That's why I was sounding like. Anyway, you told me last year. We're talking about the idea for this year, and last year you were saying like last year you focused too much on it being for Valentine's Day, not enough not enough being about cars or the neighborhood or about Heights.
Because we could talk about. I mean, obviously it's out there. It's like those box of candies, the nasty chalky ones. Yeah, my brother has one, and it's you know, it just they have car phrases in them and all that. But yeah, it looks super Valentine,
like super generic. It was like pink. Well, maybe we'll bring it up, but it was pink and it had hearts. And you told me like I don't want to do that. Like I want it to be Valentine's Day, but if you look at this if you don't. This image, the shirt that we had last year, if you don't read what the stuff says, and you won't know it's a car brand, you're gonna think, oh, it's a regular Valentine's Day themed shirt. So the biggest thing this year was we need to make it about cars. Yeah, that has to be the main, because we are a car brand. Yeah, it needs to be heavy on cars, but let's throw on a little Valentine's thing. Yeah, because it's seasonal.
I mean, the color's gonna be red. It's gonna be like a red. Yeah. I can't really explain it. The thing online, the shirt, it's the color's brick. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, and, yeah, that's right. I mean, we want it to be more heavy on the cars, like super heavy on the cars, and that's why when Alfaro made this mascot, I was like, or this character, I was like, it's gonna be our mascot. Because it's a notable part. It's a notable car upgrade, and you can do a lot with it. And we're gonna have a bunch of other characters too. I have, you know, a bunch of
comic book story, man.
And I'm hoping Alfaro can help us and other creators as well. That's one of our other ideas, bringing in more people.
You want to talk about that?
No, because I haven't honestly. I haven't asked anybody. We could probably once we start asking people, but we do have ideas to bring in other people, and not just. I mean, it lightens the workload, but it also, like my brother said, it brings out that outside perspective, and the people we're getting, they might have their own style of artistry, so the image is gonna look different.
Like I said, me and you, we want this car. We want a car. It's gonna have 4 wheels, and this guy's gonna be like, okay, instead of a car, we're gonna. I'm just using an example. Let's put a monster truck. Yeah, and it's gonna be a 3-wheel monster truck, and it's gonna be like, that's not what I pictured, but that looks fucking. That's better than what you know. That's an exaggerated example, but something like that. Like I said, it's an outside perspective, thinking outside the box, because we're kind of stuck in our own ideas, and it's always good to be like, hey, I thought about this.
Let's do something else.
And I can't bring it to life, or I can't draw it out. I don't have an image of it in my head, but this is what I want it to look like. And someone else does it, and you're like, oh fuck, that's
even better.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, I'm not saying the goal, but that was one of the things that I feel like we learned working with Alfaro, where it was like, oh, like I said, it was like, oh shit, I didn't picture that, but I was like, oh fuck, that looks cool. Really good, dude. Like, keep rolling with that.
So shout out to Alfaro. We're gonna be tagging him. And that too, I mean, I don't want to sound like a douche, but I'm hoping that with this, like, this gets Alfaro back into it, and we'll tag him on everything. And I don't know how far he's up for it, but maybe people can hit him up for commission.
We're not like Alex said in the beginning. We're not being biased. He is one of our best friends. We've known him for like 15 years.
Yeah, honestly, since high school.
This dude got some smooth. Yeah, some smooth artsy hands.
He's a big dude, but he's got the.
There we go.
He's got the. He's got the Michelangelos on him or something, dude.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, hopefully this. I think for us, obviously, we're gonna benefit from it greatly, because we're gonna ask him to come back. We're gonna
milk the fuck out of him.
Yeah. So that too. Once you guys see the t-shirts drop, we need you guys not only to fund us and our brand, but we need to kick some cash. We need to kick some cash to Alfaro.
Help our boy.
My boy Frost can't stay frosty. You know, he ain't got that. If he ain't got that cheese. So we'll. It's exciting. We're going to do a sneak preview. We're going to have mock-ups pretty soon, samples, and then it'll start going on our website. You'll start seeing the pictures, videos, and then next episode, hopefully we have Alfaro on so we can kind of break it down.
Get his ideas of his
talk about it. We'll get, we'll ask him some card questions, see where his card knowledge is at, and then it's going to be dope. But I'm excited. So today is going to be jam-packed for us. Like my brother said, we got that business meeting. And that too, if you guys, know anybody that is, like a graphic designer or something, they're just, can lend, they can lend their expertise to us.
Donate their hand.
And we'll cut a deal and stuff. And for sure, we'll do that, because we want, all kinds of styles of artistry and different kinds of shirts, and, we're going seasonal too, so different colors, different color palettes. We're mainly into the dark colors. We're literally both wearing blue shirts right now, and half the catalog on the Heights
blue and black
on the heightsgarage.com, which if you head over to the website right now, you get $10 t-shirts and a $25 mystery box with 3 t-shirts. You'll see that a bunch of our shirts are heavy in the blacks and the blues, the darks. So it's just gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. And it's another way of kind of working on cars too,
not being physically under the hood,
not having to get dirty or anything. It's more mental, of freaking headaches and stuff. But that's cool. But to get on with the podcast, I know this was kind of a spare of the moment thing, but I also wanted to bring up a couple of things happening in 2024. So. We are not lawyers. We are not smart. I haven't even brought this up to my brother, but there are some laws that are changing. One of the ones that's crazy, I believe it's in July. If you have I believe a month or 2 month grace period for your registration now. So the cops can't pull you over. Let's say our registrations are in July, right?
Mine is in May.
Yours in May. So if yours is in May, you don't, for some reason you didn't pay it, or you don't have it, and in June they can't pull you over and be like, oh, we're pulling you over because you don't have your registration sticker. Again, I am not a lawyer. I'm sure and I don't want to say like they're gonna find another reason to pull you over, but from what I heard and said, like they give you a 2-month grace period, which is kind of cool because life happens.
Yeah.
And in California,
I don't know about you guys. Me and my brother pay about $300 for a fucking sticker with a year on it for our cars.
And my car only has 2 doors, so it's like, why do I gotta pay that much? So, and it's California, so there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. And who are we to judge if you don't have your registration? But they're gonna start giving 2-month grace periods, and they can't do that. One other thing that was really big is they can no longer pull you over and say, and ask you, do you know why I pulled you over? Because what did they say? It's like leading. Because then you're going to be like,
for speeding? Well, I pulled you over because your tail light was up, but yeah, you're speeding.
Yeah, you were speeding too. Yeah, I caught you. So now I believe they have to go up and they have to say, hey, I pulled you over for speeding. I pulled you over because you didn't lose your blinker, which is, again, it's a cool thing. I mean, we're not reckless drivers either. We're not saying go out there and be dickheads. No. Obviously, obey the laws. If you want to drive a little fast, that's fine. Everybody drives a little fast. There's a speeding ticket here and there. But it is cool because then a lot of people like we're saying, it's kind of entrapment. You hear a lot of stories where the cops ask that, and then like we said, they're like, "Oh, was it because I ran that red light?" And they're like, "Yup." And then they start adding charges.
It ends up being like, sure.
Yeah, and then one thing leads to another, and it's just, I mean, it's already bad as it is that it's already a big assumption is that cops need a quota, and the city needs all this money, and so it just makes it easier for motorists too to be calm, because it's pretty nerve-wracking when a cop comes up and you're already on edge because you're like, oh my God, is this going to be a ticket? Is this going to be a warning?
Yeah, like what are they? What if I had a warrant? I didn't fucking know.
Because that's one of my fears too. Like, I don't know, someone using my identity, and then I get pulled over and they're like, "No, dude," or I get a dirty cop and they're like, "Oh, you got cocaine." It's like, bro, if I had cocaine, it'd be used. Like, I'd be on it.
There was once where I got pulled over waiting. It was in the old truck, our old Infinity.
Oh yeah, the black one.
X4. I was waiting for a friend right there by the HG project, and to park on the HG projects, you needed a permit to park.
Oh yeah, like
so if you left your car, then you were in your car, the security would give you a ticket. The security for the apartment.
I didn't know that.
So after a while, I would wait across the street. There was not alleys, but little side streets.
Yeah.
One time I was waiting there, and I was just waiting there for the homie. I seen the cop pull up an unmarked vehicle, and it was a Crown Victoria, and I was like, I already knew it's a cop.
Yeah.
And this dude he stopped, and he looked at me, and I was just on my phone. I wasn't driving.
I'm not doing
anything.
The
car was off. I was parked. I was on my phone, and this dude came up to me, or he drove past me. I was like, oh, I think he's gonna tell me something.
He probably just.
And I was expecting like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, hey, keep in mind it's super dark. There's no streetlights. It was kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
And I guess I expected him to be like, hey, what are you doing here? Who are you waiting for? And I'm doing this. All right, cool. Just the one behind me did a U-turn, and when he did this U-turn, his lights on. Woo! He turned on his high beam and stuff.
Yeah.
Got in his car, came out. It was him and the guy in the passenger seat, and they came out, pulled their guns, get out of the car. And I was like, what the hell? Oh. I get out, and then whatever. They don't have me in cuffs, but they have my hands, and they're searching me, and they're like, all right. They're like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm just parked here, bro. Like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm just waiting for a friend. What's your friend's name? And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, it's because usually this is a high, gang and drug dealing. And I was like, I'm just waiting here, bro.
Yeah,
let me see your license. And they did that, pulled me out of the car, put me back in the car. And then I was like, all right, let me see your license and registration. I was like, this is my license. I was like, the car's under my dad's name. It was dad's truck. I was like, it's my dad's car. It's registered. It has insurance. They get to me. They ran my lane. And for those of you that don't know, I carry a gun at work. So when you run my name in the system, it comes out that I have a gun permit. I have a baton permit. I can carry pepper spray.
Yeah.
I can carry all kinds of shit.
You're RoboCop.
So this dude, he goes, all right, step out of the car. And I was like, what? He goes, well, it says you can carry a gun, so I got to make sure you don't have a gun. Motherfucker. So I came out. They searched me. They searched the car. And they're like, you don't carry one? I was like, no, dude, I can only carry at work. Like it says on my permit, it says in the law, I can't carry the gun unless it has to be exposed, and I have to be in uniform, clocked in.
Right.
And like, all right, we just need to make sure. I don't know. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Fucking all this
asshole.
So yeah. That being said, all these new laws, they do seem to be. And again, I don't want. I know there's people on both sides of everything, and we're not, like we said, we're not perfect. We're not lawyers. We're not giving you advice, but it does seem to be like, okay, there is a problem in the city, and it's not that people are being reckless or whatever. They're just you're nervous. You don't know what's going on, and you're just like trying to be as nice as you can, and you're just trying to expedite the whole situation. And these little things, I think, they're going to help out a lot. And this little grace period of registration, I believe it's going to help out a lot more people, because think about it, right? You're pulling over someone, they don't have the registration. It's already at $300, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to give them a ticket for no registration. And then I think in California, you're going to take their car and they're going to impound it.
You got to pay for the impound.
So now it's like, again, honestly, it's all like, it's all weird. It's this whole thing about CARB and all that. And they check your, and it's just like, Texas is doing just fine. Those states are okay, dude.
Utah's all right
Utah's all right. And it's like, we could be making our money somewhere else. We could be doing all that. But back to this, the point is, you have that grace period. Yes, you're gonna have to pay a couple more late fees on your registration.
I was gonna ask that. Like, what about late fees?
I think you still get you still get the late fees.
I think every month the DMV charges you more. Yeah. So if you say, example, you pay like $300, but if you pay 2 months later, go to like $400 or $500.
But it does cap out. And again, like we're saying, your car won't get towed, so you don't have to pay the tow yard. And then I think you have to do that whole process of going to the you got to do the DMV, you got to pay that, and then you're going to pay the ticket. And so you're in the, it could be like $1,000 where it's like, okay, I could have just paid my registration. And again, on the other side, people could just be like, well, pay your registration on time. Yeah, it's easier for some of us more than the others. So we don't know what's going on, but I did like that. One that you
Drenan said grace period is more time to find a smog, quote unquote smog.
There you go. Also in Fontana, if you go down, no, I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it out there. No, but yes, Dreadnought, that's true. He knows what we're talking about. If you got to get it smogged, that's what I'm saying. Texas, there's a bunch of loopholes you can go around. You just start a little LLC, and then you get it registered in Oklahoma or something like that.
If you know you're not gonna pass the smog, don't let them hook that bitch to the computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. I know. For those of you who don't know, these computers are completely hooked up and straight directed to the government or to the DMV or whatever. So now they can't like mess with it as much anymore. Like the old machines, I know. You could just do it, and it's like no. Yeah. It's a whole different process. They could do it if those places do it. They do it, but it's not like before. So you're still gonna pay a hefty amount.
So like I said, if you know you're not gonna pass the smog, don't let them. Don't walk in there and tell them, hey, I'm not gonna pass the smog. Like, what's up with it?
Yeah. And one of the big red flags is your check engine light. If your check engine light's on, it's not gonna pass. And also, if they plug in a scanner and they're like, this thing doesn't work, just go somewhere else. That's what we did with our mom's car. The guy was telling us like story. He's put the scan tool on, and I was like, it's gonna pass because it doesn't. There's no check engine lights, nothing. And he was like, I could do it.
He was telling us we need a new this and a new that, and
it was something about the exhaust system. He's like, it's not reading it, and I was like, well, dude, the car's not on. Of course, it's not going to read an O2 sensor because the car's not on. And so whatever, we went to his muffler shop, and he was like, no, it's fine.
Like, just drive it around the block and come back.
If anything. And I was like, you know what? I know the spot from when I used to work at Weber's Auto Parts. We're going to go there. And then we went across the street to Harbor Freight because they're on Whittier Boulevard and Paramount. So head over to OK Auto, not a sponsor, but they are good guys. They do smog checks, and they do. If you don't pass, they also have mechanics there that can fix your car.
And while you wait, go over to Harbor Freight.
Go to Harbor Freight, and we did that. We did not even a whole lap at Harbor Freight, and they called us back, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." And it was $50. I don't know how much it is now, but it was $50 at the time. My mom was able to get the registration, and I was like, "So there was no hiccups?" And he's like, "No, like everything was fine."
Yeah, it was funny because the first guy we went to, he's like, "Oh, it's not gonna pass. It's not working." He said, "But I can pass it for like $450."
Yeah,
and me and my brother were like, "Nah."
Like, damn.
And it's funny because I feel like
do it, but
there's guys out there that look at us, or they look at you at least. I felt like at least that time, there's been multiple times where I go to the mechanic shop, but that time for sure where they put the scan tool in, and like they don't know.
Yeah, because I was looking.
They don't know what you do for work. So he was like showing you, and you're like, you had the face like, I can see it, Dick.
Yeah, like
so you're not doing it right. Like, what the fuck are you trying to tell me?
Like, there's no codes that.
And I remember because me and the guy were going back and forth, like, oh, what about this? And you're like, let's just go, dude. Like,
I was like, no, we're wasting our time. Like, it's fine.
And it's funny. It's funny because until the next point, there's been times where like we go places and they're trying to tell me something or they're telling you something, and you're like, that's not right.
Yeah,
like
that's
nah.
something sounds fishy.
Yeah, you're like, nah.
And nothing to it. Like, I know, I'm sure when I explain stuff to people, sometimes they're iffy about it. And it's because this whole idea that, oh, your mechanic's bad, all they want is money. Yeah. And if you go back to our second episode, which was actually number 2 episode of last year, on the top charts, Roger Get the Big Pry Bar, my supervisor Roger, we were talking about it, and we're like, listen, dude, we don't want your work. We do not want to do this big ass job
for 8 hours.
We're trying to chill. So when we're tying you something, it's because it's pretty bad. And I know that people, oh, I could go get some, and you probably can get it somewhere cheaper. There's nothing wrong with that either. It's just when you come back and it's done wrong, and we're like, listen, buddy, you got to go back to your mechanic and tell him he's a fucking idiot, because we're gonna have to fix his work now. So
and I know it costs even more from when you first,
because you're paying double now. And I know it's hard to find a reliable mechanic, but when you find one, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, trust them. If he's if they're a good working mechanic, it's a good shop. Don't like give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't hate on them. Be like, oh no, because of one experience. Like,
brings me to this point. Now you bring it up. Good example. First of all, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, like, if you can do it yourself and you know what was going on with your car, what was wrong with your car.
Yeah.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you don't know what's going on, you take it to someone else and hey, you're an opinion.
Professional.
Brings me to this point. I was talking to a client on Instagram about detailing.
Yeah.
And he hits me up, hey man, I need this and this and this. And I was like, okay, what kind of car do you have? To this car. And I was like, okay, it's gonna cost this much. Told him what it comes with. And he's like, oh, that's too much, bro. Why are you charging so much? And I was like, well, if I tell you, like, we do this, we clean door jam, da 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 da. He's like, nah, bro, for that price, I just do it myself. And I was like, okay, go ahead. And then I didn't talk bad to him. I was like, all right,
that's fine.
Cool. All right, but if you come back, if you want to come back, you know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Then I thought to myself, yeah, you could do it yourself. Why were you coming to me in the first place then if you could do it yourself? Either because you don't have time.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. When you don't have time, you're going to be at work and I'm going to go detail your car. Second of all, yeah, do it yourself. Go buy the chemicals I use. Go buy the tools I use.
Yeah.
Go fill up your water tank.
Yep.
Go, spend the time, spend the 2-3 hours you're going to spend to wash that car. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I started thinking to myself, like, damn, should I lower my prices? Like, is it too much? And I was like, no, dude, because out of the 15, 20 steady clients that I have that don't complain that they're coming to me.
They realize, okay, this is quality work.
2 or 3 people, I get 2 or 3 people out of those 10, 15 people that are like, hey, it's too expensive. Never mind. And it's like, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that ratio. And it's funny because was it last weekend? We went to Fontana.
Yeah, it was last weekend.
Started off with 3 cars. We ended up doing 4.
Yeah,
and I don't want to put them on the spot because we're related to them, but this particular person had a Camry LE, and what was it? I watched the car, and they had like it was weird. Like it was a dent, but the paint was hazy.
Yeah.
And the way I would describe it, if you know detailing, the paint looks like that when they try to buff something out or polish something and they leave the machine on too long and it just burns through the clear coat. Yeah. It kind of looked like that. Because usually
foggy.
Yeah, there you go. Like a foggy type of thing. And I washed it I detailed it. She came out and then she's like, oh, you didn't take that off? And I was like, no.
Yeah, you can't take that off.
And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, she's like, can you? And I was like, yeah, but you didn't pay for that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do stuff that you don't pay for. And I learned that really quick too, because when I was in the beginning, I was $40 a wash or $40 a detail, and I was doing everything. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, damn, I should have charged. This is an $80 detail, $100 detail. So yeah, and I was what did you say? Why did I fucking start talking about this?
Well, because
not trusting. Dude, trust us.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Alex is learning what to do.
Yeah,
and only because he's there with me.
Yeah, and
it's like, dude, we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
and you're coming to us because you want our help.
Yeah, it's professional help. You get some water, but no, it's to piggyback off what he was saying. Hold on. To piggyback off what he was saying is that we are professionals. We are doing this to make a living. We don't want to tarnish the name or the brand. You know, we're doing this so that we can continue to do this and make money off of it. So we're not trying to shortchange you. And even then, like there is imperfections. There is times where the customer will look into the car and be like, oh, hey, like you didn't get, you missed a spot here. Oh, I'm sorry. And we'll get the vacuum or we'll do whatever. Just put the headphones on and then press the red button so the mic turns back on. And yeah. And no, bottom on the red button, Yeah. And, so yeah, we are professionals. Trust us. Yes, I'm not saying everybody is good. I'm not saying every mechanic is going to give you the right price and not try and nickel and dime you. I'm not saying that every detailer is like, oh yeah, they're the best. No, there is those bad eggs, and unfortunately, those are the ones that get the most publicity. Just like everything, you on the news, you always hear about the story of, oh, in LA there was another shooting, but it's like, yeah, but for the past month, everything was fine. Everybody was chilling.
Sorry, that was fucking.
Yeah, Paulo was over here dying. Like there was a toy giveaway. Like it's only the bad stuff makes good news. So
and I made a reel about it, and I wrote a long ass caption trying to explain myself, so I wouldn't go off on these people.
Yeah,
and I was like, in the end of the day, we're gonna give you the best work, whether it's Alex changing your brakes, changing your oil,
we're gonna do something good,
or it's me detailing your car, waxing it, whatever. I'm gonna do my best to make sure you like the outcome.
Yeah,
because I want you to come back.
Oh, for sure.
If I don't do a good job, and you're like, oh, thanks, and then I leave and you're thinking to yourself like, fuck, this guy sucked.
Yeah, did he really?
You're never gonna come back again.
No, yeah.
I want you to come back. Yeah. I want you to be one of my clients.
Yeah.
So every detail we do it like. we do it like if it was our own vehicle, we take our time,
you gotta show every special care for it.
Same way like with these mechanics, they take care of the cars, other clients' cars, like if it was their own, because they know if I change this guy's brakes and I half-ass it and I do a shitty job or shitty oil, I give him shitty oil, whatever, and he's gonna leave and be like, damn, hey, he's gonna start telling people, hey, don't go back to that mechanic because they had shitty service.
And I mean,
he was an asshole, whatever. And you don't want that. You want people to keep coming to you. You want people to keep coming back to you.
And honestly, in that field, that's probably best case scenario if you have a bad experience. Because worst case scenario is, well, guess what? You didn't torque down the wheels right.
Oh yeah.
You didn't torque. You left the bolt loose and they're on the freeway. They're going on their family road trip. That wheel falls off. Guess what? They're running into something else, and now you're on the news for involuntary manslaughter because you worked on their car
and they're on
broken.
A t-shirt
and they're on a fucking milk carton with the Virgencito and candles.
Yeah,
so
bro.
It can go so bad really fast. But back to this, to summarize everything, yes, there is some bad eggs, but at the same time, if you don't know what you're doing and you go to a professional, just have more trust and more confidence in the professional. Yeah, there's always people like, oh, I don't know. If you want to trust your gut feeling, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with, hey, I'm gonna go to another shop, or
I'm gonna always tell them, hey, I'm gonna get a second opinion.
Yeah, it's fine, and then you'll see, because then you'll see like that would happen a lot at Firestone. It happens a lot where I'm at now. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this other shop and see, and then they'll come back. Fuck, dude, they were gonna charge me to do the leaf springs, the bushings, and the shocks with no alignment, and it was the same price as you guys or more. And we're like, all right, well,
we know.
yeah. So now, and so it all depends, and but back to more laws. One of the ones that it's that a lot of people have to worry about. So they're starting to put speed light cameras in random places.
Saida told me about that.
And it's the craziest thing. So again, I think this one for sure is a money grab. They're putting cameras that check your speed, quote unquote, on very busy highways where people speed all the time and it's dangerous and stuff. And they're capturing your speed. And so let's say it's 50 and you're going over, you're going over the speed limit. There's not going to be a cop. There's nothing. They're going to take the picture of your license plate.
You're going
to get the ticket in the mail.
Like a red light camera.
Yeah. The first offense is like $100. Second is like $300. And then you max out at like $500-$600.
Fuck that, dude.
The thing is, it won't give a point on your license. And it's like, okay, cool. But they can send as many as you go.
Gonna be there.
So you're gonna be subscribed to the speed limit camera. Caltrans. So and it's one of the dumbest things ever. I personally don't like it because I'm not we're not engineers. We don't design freeways, highways. We don't this whole speed thing. You could there. I think they did a whole episode on Top Gear, the UK one, the original one, and they were like, oh, if we go 80 miles per hour, like, is it really that bad? Like, when did they make these speed limits? And they were testing that theory, and they're like, oh, modern day cars can stop from 80 miles per hour, within 10 feet or whatever the hell it was. So they were like, back then, obviously you're going 20 or 30 and you try to stop, they're all drum brakes. You literally had to pump the brakes and make sure. So it's like,
when you speed walk,
yeah, dude,
you lose control.
So they're just, I think this, in this case, is a cash grab. Again, I'm not saying go out there and fly down at 120. We're not condoning reckless driving. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with going 80, when you're in the open road or the traffic's flowing. So for that one's definitely a cash grab. I don't know how they're going to look. But if you get one of those, and it should tell you where you got it, maybe don't drive down that road, or just be cautious of it. It's like the speed traps when you go to Vegas.
Somebody will make an app. And be
for sure.
Telling you.
And
Jadon says he got a ticket and it was $500 in Commerce.
In Commerce, I mean, $500 for what? Like speeding?
I think he said it was like a stop. He said it was did a rolling stop.
$500, dude. That's like, wow. Well, Commerce is safe now. I hope it wasn't in the his work truck.
Oh fuck! You're gonna get your work truck in the service truck?
The service truck, but yeah, it's some of these laws do make sense, some of them don't. Which brings me to another one. There's a law in Florida now. You can get a ticket. You can get pulled over now if you're driving too slow on the left lane.
We need that here.
I forget who's the senator. He's a Republican, and I was listening to Spike's car radio, and he was like, we need something like that here.
We need that
and
here.
He's always like, if I run for governor, my first thing is gonna be, if you're in the left lane and you're going slower than 80,
get the fuck out.
You're taking your car, and I don't know what. And so everybody's talking about this, like all the car guys and stuff, because they're like, this is great. And I, for one, can vouch for it. When I'm going to work, I overtake like, on a daily basis, 10 cars that are driving like 60, 50 miles per hour in the fast lane. And the thing is, all these cars are passing them, and they're like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to stay here. And it's like, if you're going to go that slow, then go in the slow lane. So I believe it's in Florida. I think it's in Florida. You can get pulled over now if you're going way too slow in that left lane.
We particularly, need that here,
we definitely need that here.
I've been in the situation where, I'm in the carpool and I put my cruise control on, and I have it I usually put it between 80 and 85. Depending. And cars are like trying to pass me, like honking at me, like, dude, I'm fucking going 85.
Yeah, I'm going 85. How fast are you going?
We're trying to hit 110 and shit.
But I mean, if you like, there's so many times where that'll happen, and I don't really notice it because it's so early in the morning and I'm kind of tired. And then I'll look down and I'm like 65, and then I look in my rearview mirror and there's just hail of cars, traffic, and I'm like, we're getting passed by box trucks and semi trucks. That pisses me off.
When I see them when I see the box trucks and the semis going around.
Yeah.
They're going around the car going
and
too
not
slow.
Only that,
how the fuck? They're loaded. It's a loaded 18-wheeler. How the fuck are they going faster than you?
God, and then it's like, you do not have the awareness to be like, oh, I'm going slow,
right?
Or to be like, oh, everybody's passing me. Oh, let me go into that lane where I'm not passing.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Just get out of the way. And I would love if California would want legit money, they would implement this law, because they would make so much money. And then next thing you know, I mean, that too. When I was in school at ULAG, we would talk about all kinds of things. And one of the ones that we would talk about was speed limits, and people are like, "Oh yeah, like you." Point is, I remember having a conversation, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I know a lot of people are like, "Okay, it's 65 or 70," and all those people that are going slower, they're thinking like, "Oh, if I drive slower, it's safer because I can react." But you got to realize, when I'm pulling up behind you and you're going 60 and I've been going 80 for the past 3 miles, it's kind of hard for me to judge because your brake lights aren't on and we're going this fast. Mm-hmm. Especially if you ever been going around a corner and it's like okay, a long curve, and I can't really see you on the other end. And if you're going 60, I've been driving behind people that are going like 40. And I'm pulling up. You can't really tell. You can't judge that. And it's not because I'm driving too fast. It's just, you're driving way too slow. Like, just take the streets, man. Take
For
the
real.
streets. Don't get on the freeway. That too, if you're learning how, right here, hot take. If you're learning how to fucking drive, if you're learning how to drive, you're a student driver. One, don't get a bumper sticker that says I'm a student driver. Because guess what? I'm gonna tailgate you and I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. Straight up. That's your rite of passage. You gotta, you honk or something. Two, though, if you're learning how to drive. One, learn how to fucking merge. Learn how to merge first and foremost. That's the number one thing. And do it right. People panic. Either they go way too slow or they're just like signal, and that means I can do whatever I want. And they just boom.
And I hate it when they wait till as soon as I'm able to like the line breaks.
Yeah.
I just put my signal on. I'm trying to go in.
Let's do it.
Because I hate when motherfuckers wait until the lane ends. And then you're just both going the same speed.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what's up? We're going to play chicken now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I fucking hate it, bro. I fucking hate it. And I'm one of those where for everything, I put my blinker on. I've never changed lanes. And it's only because, not necessarily because, they're going to let me in. It's because you can't, motherfucker, I'm letting you know I'm going to go. Whether
you don't know what the other person's doing.
I'm going to make myself some fucking space. And I'm going to, don't say you didn't know where I came out of nowhere. I'm going to fucking let you know.
And some people just panic. Like, they just, like, if you can't handle that, like, I know it's new experiences. Don't get me wrong. And I'll bring up anyways. It's just, you guys, you gotta be cool, calm, and collect. If you're panicking with that little inconvenience.
If you're mentally thinking already like, damn, I'm gonna crash, I can't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it. Don't get on the freeway.
Don't even try it.
And that too, I know, dude, look, if you're scared of the freeway, and it's like learning how to swim. You're just gonna get thrown in with the sharks, son. And but it's just like that carries on for the rest of your life. Like, I'm telling you, if you're going slower than the speed of traffic, something bad's gonna happen. If not to you, like I said, person pulling up behind you, because now they're like, oh shit, he's driving so slow, and then they gotta swerve and just have your spatial awareness. If you're not good at parallel parking, the most I'm gonna do is laugh at you. But if you can't drive on the freeway, if you're going 40 and you're trying to merge into a lane where everybody's going 60, get the fuck out.
That's the most important thing.
Get the fuck out.
Don't merge going fucking 35 off of the fucking on ramp.
Oh my
God, you gotta hit the speed limit.
You realize? Okay, do you realize why they built on ramps like so long? It's so you can get up to speed. It's so you can get up to speed. Even, okay, I'll give you the grace of, if you're going 55 when you hit the lane, I'm cool with it. I could slow down and be like, oh, you're getting there. And then you'll speed up. You'll get 60, 65. But if you're,
going 30, 40? Dude, get the fuck out. Back the fuck up.
I'm cashing in my insurance check. I'm already signing the line. I'm already making the claim. And it's done. It's your fault. You were going way too slow. But that's the whole and you don't have to floor it either. Like, it's fucking what? 100 feet? Like, your car can get up to...
You're running from fucking home plate to first, bro. You got plenty of time.
You got time to get up to at least 50. Like, it's ridiculous. And if your car can't do that, well, guess what?
Get the fuck off the freeway.
You shouldn't be on the freeway. You should not be on the freeway. But people panic so much in it. And again, I know, if you know me personally, I've been in a couple crashes. I've been in a couple incidences, right? And it's like, oh, well, I'm not taking advice from you. No, I get that. But if you've been in the car, I'm just saying, like, I've driven enough and long enough. My commute's so long already that I'm just over all this. And California needs to bring that law where if you're going way too slow on the left lane,
boop,
boop, light them up, son.
Light the motherfucker up. They should light them up. Put them on the citizens arrest myself.
Honestly, I wish I could. But... yeah, there's that. There's there's those laws that I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I appreciate that. Well, obviously the speed camera one, I don't really like. That's definitely a cash grab. But the registration, I understand it. I get it. It's a really good leeway. The whole thing that the cops can't ask you why I pulled you over. That's a good one. And then if Florida can give us the data, of how safe that it makes it. They could give us some statistics, then we'll definitely implement that. But 2024, there's a lot of things changing. I know these are just kind of car related laws, but there's a lot going on. One of the things too, there's new cars coming out all the time.
Oh boy, the new Camry.
Oh, That body looks banging, son.
Pissed me off because I have until this September before I can even start thinking about getting.
Bro, you could trade up soon. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Subaru and Toyota, they're done with their joint ventures. So the next Toyota 86 is gonna be straight Toyota.
Toyota 86.
Subaru said that they're discontinuing the STIs. This last body style.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, this last body style didn't do too well, so I think they just lost a lot of money, and there's more people
and
buying
then I saw
Outbacks.
I think I sent it to you and John, the video of the last Challenger.
Oh, the last Challenger,
leaving
yeah,
the factory.
Yeah, Dodge
should have teared for that one, bro.
Dodge is done with that.
Got a salute from me, boy.
Honestly, yeah, Dodge Brothers.
Man, the factory workers.
Dodge Brothers, yeah. The last Challenger rolled off. There's no more Challengers, Chargers. A lot of the U.S. market is moving to SUVs and crossovers, so they're just like, we're not making any money. Gas prices are too high. There's these outrageous laws that are going on, and California's one in 2035. You can't sell brand new gas powered cars. So people are just like, there's no point. The car manufacturer, there's no point, except Toyota. Toyota keeps bringing out those bangers. Yeah. They're like, oh, Dodge, you're getting rid of the Demon. Well, guess what? We're gonna bring a 3-cylinder turbocharged Corolla.
Speaking of the Demon, did you hear the Dodge Hornet?
Oh yeah,
it's a hybrid RT.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? How does that work, bro?
It's crazy. Well, if you think about it, I mean, Toyota's doing it with their Tacoma.
It's a twin turbo hybrid.
It's a hybrid. It's a turbocharged hybrid. I mean, really, I don't like how it looks.
It looks like a Dodge. We're talking about the Dodge.
Yeah, the Dodge.
It looks like a neon. It looks like a neon.
Yeah, it looks weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. They'll hopefully. I mean, the whole thing with car manufacturers and electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, they got to make them look different from gas powered cars. That's why they kind of look like futuristic or spaceships or whatever. So hopefully, as time progresses, they start looking cooler. But that thing. It just
not said the upcoming Camry looks like someone broke its heart and decided to hit the gym.
Yeah,
hell yeah!
it was
I seen the video that I seen was on Instagram. I was like, damn, who hurt the Camry?
Yeah,
and it was like the Camry, like the images.
It was like, damn, you're not buff enough, or Yeah. It's like the girl told him, like, it's okay. The big one's hurt.
When you
and this one said, what?
When you catch her cheating with the guy she told you not to worry about.
He's just a friend. Said, all right, it's just a friend. So, yeah, but it's cool. The 2024, they're doing a lot of stuff. Like we said, a lot of car manufacturers are going EV or hybrid. Yeah. And in my personal opinion, I would go hybrid. I want one of the new Priuses.
Oh, the new Priuses are dope too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even fuck with the RAV4.
Yeah, a hybrid RAV4 is perfect. RAV4 is dope. And I would go hybrid. I know a lot of people, we live in apartments, so you can't necessarily plug anything in. So there's a lot of Tesla fanboys.
And even the hybrids get good gas mileage.
Yeah, you're getting like 38, 40 miles to the gallon.
You get really good gas mileage. And when you run out of gas, guess what, motherfucker?
Yeah, the battery or when you run out of battery, the gas
get an extra 150, 200 miles.
But then a lot of them do. It's the regenerative braking where when you're braking, you're recharging the battery.
I don't like that, though. At least those cars like that, huh?
No, this is not a hybrid. Hers turns off.
Oh yeah, that's
the car turns off.
I hate when
I don't like that either.
It's
dumb.
It's dumb. When you stop completely and it's like supposed to save gas, right?
It turns the engine off.
Get the fuck out, dude.
I don't like that. No,
you got people honking at you from behind you because you're not
going. This is scientifically turns all that friction and hot, steamy ceramic and metal, whatever, and it just shoots it back into the battery and it recharges it. So I would go hybrid. It's easier. It's more convenient. If you do full EV, you got to be plugging it in. You got to find the sources.
It's a little hard to maintain too. If something fucks up, your check battery light comes on. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Check battery. It's there. But yeah, I would go hybrid for now. And we can get into that too. Like the whole, it's still gas and it's harming the earth. Well, to mine and to get lithium batteries. Like I think Toyota said it too. Like, listen, to mine all the lithium and to make a battery for a Tesla, it's X amount, right? It's like up here. Yeah. It's the most. But if you do one Tesla could make like 4 or 5 hybrid Corollas or whatever. So it's like yes, everything is bad, but one is a lesser evil. And I appreciate that Toyota kind of said that too. They didn't say like, oh, it's a lesser evil. They're just like, it's better.
Giving
like
you the perspective.
Yeah, like, because that whole thing too, like mining for lithium, what makes it so bad is that you literally need so much water, and they go into these third world countries and they fuck the water up.
Yeah,
like because they recycles, and you can't use that anymore because it was
fucking lithium.
Yeah, it went to the so. But anyways, we're not scientists.
We gotta get some batteries for the laptops after this.
Oh yeah, for real. But we gotta get a lot of batteries actually. But it's all right compared to a Tesla. We're good. But 2024 should be cool. What else? There's just a lot of different cars coming out. There's the new Tacomas. They should be rolling out very soon. The ones that are turbocharged, that like Trail Hunter one that has like all kinds of suspension. It's got shocks in the seats, bro. Like that's cool. Got dampeners. And of course we're Toyota fanboys, so
celebrate Toyota-thon over here in this
Toyota-thon. We go places. But 2024, second episode.
2024 for us too, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be big.
So far. It's gonna be big.
As you can see, we have, we already had the new mics. We got new equipment that dropped in today.
Yep.
And video coming very soon. And yeah, if any of you guys would like to join us, be a call-in. You can call in too. You got some questions. If you're on the Instagram live, definitely comment. We appreciate Dreadnought. I don't think he's missed an episode since we started on Instagram live. So Dreadnought too, if you want to DM us, once this Valentine Day shirt drops, send us your size. We'll be more than happy to send a shirt out to you. Maybe a sticker or two. But I mean, it was how long we got? 55 minutes. That's not bad. So we pumped out an hour. Definitely be checking out on our Instagram story at the Heights Garage.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one, and
it's gonna
be excited for this and what this is gonna lead to afterwards.
Oh, for sure. This opens the doors for a lot of stuff.
It's not like I'm not talking shit, but it's not like the other stuff that we've done where we're gonna do this month, and then after that we're like, oh fuck, we gotta think of something completely new.
We're gonna keep the momentum going.
Keep the ball rolling. It's going good so far.
We appreciate all of you guys. Definitely check out our sponsors at theheightsgarage.com. Get yourself $10
t-shirts.
Get your
$10 t-shirts, man. There's
Mystery
no other fucking place you're going to get $10 t-shirts.
Baby.
And you can go Throwback Heights Garage, man. We got the first ones out there. $10 t-shirts. And hey, $10. You don't know what the fuck to get?
Yeah.
Get 3 of them for $25 and get a little bit of extra goodies in your mystery box, man. And like my brother said, you can get a chance of getting a one-of-one t-shirt.
One-of-one
t-shirt. Nobody has ever seen but us.
A baseball t-shirt, get one. A unique design. And not all of them are Bow Heights. They are car.
Yeah. We'll hook you up. All you gotta do is, hey, man.
We'll hook you up.
Go on the website, theheightsgarage.com. Get your $10 t-shirts. Give the size, and that's it. Wait for it.
You just pick the size on the box.
And that's it, man. That's it.
Also, it's $35 free shipping if you're local. You could hit the local tab. We do local delivery, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper, and even then
you probably get it sooner too.
Yeah. So do all that. Definitely catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're gonna be on YouTube soon, and catch us here on Instagram. I know on Instagram it's a little sporadic every now and then because we like pre-recording, and then we'll drop our everything gets dropped on Monday, or when we can. 2 episodes this week. We appreciate you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned in for that Valentine's Day drop. As always, keep Boy Heights built, everybody. Catch you on the next one.